Bo, sit. Look at that squat. This is Bo, he's the channel mascot. So we talked last video about basic introduction to squatting. And we talked about this movement, which is the using a box. And I didn't say how high the box should be. This one happens to be this little kind of ottoman storage thing we have is perfect for me because I'm my knee's a little bit above my hip when I'm sitting on it. So it's just a little bit below parallel, which is good. Kind of good place to start. Parallel is fine. It's going to depend on your flexibility and your mobility, what works for you. What you want to find is some kind of a target that works for you to keep a straight back. So this is I literally just unscrewed the handle of my broom. And this is a tool, we used PVC back when I was working in the gym. And just as a tool to get you to feel like, okay, can I move and keep my spine in one unit? Tailbone, upper back, thoracic spine, and back of the head. Can all three of those stay connected while I initiate a squat? And you're probably not going to be able to go all the way down with this, but it can just give you an idea of feeling, all right, am I in one piece in the upper body? So that's what that's all about. So those are a couple things that give you a basic setup. And that movement we talked about last time was reaching out with a counterweight, touching a target, kind of adding all of these stability things to make squatting really basic and easy to learn. So once you've got that down, and if you don't know whether you're doing a good job, tape yourself. Everybody's got a phone. Maybe you've got a friend who can hold it for you, or you can just mount it somewhere. Tape yourself from the side and you can see, all right, am I keeping my back flat? Are my hips, knees, and ankles all working together? And you can also send it to me and I'll take a look at it for you. So that's kind of our basic squat. Once we've got a little bit of proficiency with that, then we can add weight and we can add range of motion. We don't want to add two variables at once, but we can start with maybe adding a little bit of weight to it. So this is a 35-pound kettlebell, a little bit heavier. And I'm just going to do the same kind of squat to box that I did before, but rather than reaching out, which is going to be a little bit of a shoulder workout with a heavier weight, I'm just going to keep it right here. And this is called a goblet squat. Breathe in, stay tight, come down. My knees really are pushing away from each other from the front. What that would look like is... And so the point is that my knees are not going out way outside, but they're not collapsing inward. They're just kind of tracking the direction of my third, fourth toe, something like that. So that's our goblet squat to box. If I want to kick away the box and really get wild with it, I can hang on to something here, get tight, and I want to go down as low as my flexibility allows. And I can feel, I've been doing this a while, I can feel that my back starts to lose its shape, and I'm kind of tucking under, also known as a butt wink, which is not ideal. So if that's happening, it's not a big deal at lower loads like this. If you want to progress to squatting heavier loads though, doing something with a barbell, that is going to be a problem, that we have movement in the spine. We don't want that. We want to be able to keep a stable spine all the way from the head down to the tailbone in one piece as I'm moving my lower body. So, kind of full range goblet squat. Just pop this thing up here. And also, I can do a couple things even with this kettlebell up here to help me maintain stability. One thing that I want to do is actually pull apart on the handle a little bit. What that does is creates tension in the upper back, kind of helps stabilize that thoracic spine so that I don't do something like this. You can see how I'm just kind of totally flexing the upper back. I actually would rather have that be extended and just everything be working together here. And now you can see I'm going way below parallel. And with the kettlebell, that's a lot easier to do. If I have nothing, just to give you an idea, if I have no weight in front of me and I try to go all the way down, it's actually pretty hard for me to do. I can get down here, but you can see my back is just totally rounded. I've got no stability. This is a totally different movement that is fine. If you want to squat all the way down with no weight, you can lay your back to whatever you want. In fact, that's kind of our fundamental human position down here. If I had better ankle flexibility, I could, stay totally upright here. But I mean, this is basically you know, before the chair, this was your human being resting position, also your human being pooping position. Yeah, so that's a way to add a little bit of weight to the squat that I use as a progression for people. And to be honest, a lot of people think that the goblet squat's just kind of an introductory tool. What's up? Oh, it's kind of an introductory tool, but that movement with that weight, you know, you do that with, say, 55-pound kettlebell, which is common. A lot of gyms have that. A lot of people have that size. And you're doing sets of 8 to 10 with that. You're working really hard. You're getting an amazing workout. So that's the goblet squat. Progress your squatting a little bit. If you have something like this, it could be a dumbbell. It doesn't have to be a kettlebell. I love the kettlebell myself, but it could be any kind of weight that you can progress your lower body strengthening program a little bit. All right? Cool. See you next time.